Today's lesson is going to be about an interesting topic, pronouns. Most of us would not be aware that whenever we have a conversation, whenever we are about to communicate in English, when we construct a sentence, the starting point is always the subject. Now the subject could either be a noun, as in the girl, the book, or the boy, or it could be the pronoun related to it. Now, why do we need a pronoun? If we already have a naming word, a noun in place, why is it that there is a need for a pronoun? Let me explain this through a story. Dylan is a 9-year-old boy. Dylan loves watching the television. Dylan spends his entire day in front of various gadgets, whether it's the laptop, it's the mobile, or the television. Dylan's parents are tired of explaining to him the adverse impact these gadgets will have on his eyes. Soon Dylan started to suffer from blurred vision. Now let me not take the story too further or not make it too long. What is it that bothered you about this story? I'm sure the constant repetition of the word Dylan was not very pleasing to the ear. Once we have introduced the main character, or once we have introduced the subject, what we are talking about, or if the subject is known to us, in this case Dylan being the subject, okay, the 9-year-old boy, then as we speak more about the subject, we need to switch to the pronoun. That's what makes it effective. That's what creates good conversational skills. That is the reason why we need pronouns. Let us now try to understand which pronoun can be used to replace which subject. Let us now try to understand which pronoun can suitably replace which subject. Okay, so now try and keep this in mind that we are talking about the starting point of a sentence. As in, we are referring to the subject or the related subject pronoun. The way the sentence starts off or begins, okay, the doer of the action or the topic of discussion. Okay, in the story that we heard before, Dylan was the doer of the action or Dylan was the subject of discussion. Okay, so when we are talking about the first person, suppose I'm talking about something related to me. Okay, when we are talking about the first person, I am the first person. Obviously, when I speak about myself, I'm not going to start by talking about my name and then, more information. So just in case I want to say that I am tall, I will start with the subject pronoun I. So first person, okay, first person is always I. When we start a sentence with first person, the pronoun that we use is always I. Okay, I am tall. Okay, I am beautiful. Okay, I love ice creams. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is how we will communicate when we are talking about first person singular. Now suppose I'm talking about myself and more individuals, as in me and my friends, or me and my child, or me and my family. Okay, when I'm including more people with me, then I'm talking about the pronoun we. I'm still talking about first person because I'm very much a part of the topic of discussion. So it is when it is I plus more individuals, first person plural, it becomes we. Okay, so first person singular was I, but when I'm talking about myself and more individuals, first person plural is we. Okay, the same way, if I'm now having a direct conversation, suppose the conversation is not about me, the topic of discussion is not me and other individuals. Okay, the topic of discussion is suppose a direct conversation that I'm having with someone. I can have a direct conversation either face to face, or I can have it on phone, and nowadays we are all onto online applications, so we can have it via some online mode of video conference. Okay, so any face-to-face conversation, I'm not going to necessarily call out the individual's name, right? I will say you, So second person, when I'm having a direct conversation, it is second person, either on phone or a video conference or on a face-to-face basis. Okay, so second person singular is you, as in you have a very beautiful personality. Okay, you have an amazing smile. Okay, so this is how I will have direct conversation. Okay, now when I'm talking to more individuals directly, it could be 1, 2, 3 or many. Okay, I can say you all, you both, okay, you two, you three. So what do you observe here? When I'm having direct conversations with more than one individual, I still end up using the pronoun you. Okay, so you happens to be the correct pronoun to use in direct conversation, whether it is one, that is singular, or whether it is plural. Okay, so first persons, just to recap, first person singular was I, first person plural we. Okay, second person direct conversation singular was you, second person, that is direct conversation with multiple people, was also you. Okay, at the point when you start the sentence. Okay, now let us look at third person. Now what does third person mean? Somebody who is not a part of the conversation but yet is, because the first person and the second person are actually talking about the third person. Okay, so somebody who's not directly involved in the conversation is third person. Okay, now in third person singular there are 3 varieties. First being singular female. So if I and another individual is talking about somebody else who's not necessarily a part of that conversation, it and happens to be a lady or a female candidate, female individual, then I am going to say she. Third person singular female is she. Likewise, third person singular male is he, and third person singular object, that is non-living thing or an animal or a bird, is it. Okay, so third person gives us 3 scenarios in singular. When it is a singular female, it is she. When it is a singular male, it is he. When it is a singular object, that is non-living thing, or it is a male, or it is an animal or a bird, it is it. Okay, when we start the sentence, as in she is extremely intelligent, he is super lazy. Okay, or it is a very beautiful purse. Okay, so this is how you use pronouns in third person singular conversation. Now fortunately, while there are 3 in singular versions, when we talk about plural, that is people who are not a part of the conversation or things which are not a part of the conversation, okay, yet we are talking about them. So third person plural, many women, they. Okay, many men or many boys, okay, they again. Okay, suppose I'm talking about many women and men both in a particular context, okay, about both in a particular context, I will still say they. Okay, many objects or things, as in many chairs, many mobiles, many bags, many pillows, all of it, they, as in the bed sheets are clean, they are clean. The clothes need to be washed, they need to be washed. Okay, similarly, the girls came home early, they came home early. The boys are still playing down, they are still playing down. The boys and girls are very indisciplined, they are very indisciplined. Okay, we can even use they for plural of animals and birds, as in the birds are flying in the sky, they are flying in the sky. The dogs are barking ferociously, they are barking ferociously.